What is going on, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Pack and Play. And a lot of you guys wanted to see a lineup update after last video. We got AP and Alfred Morris. Unfortunately, at the time of doing this video, there was no flashback Ted Ginn Jr., so I do not have him on my team as of yet. But as soon as I see one on the auction block, I definitely will pick one up. I could definitely use him for maybe like a secret weapon coming in, maybe in the slot, having a deep route or something like that. And of course, being my kick and punt returner, that would be really amazing. But the defense is looking pretty nice. Secondary linebackers. The D-line does need a little bit of an upgrade. The corners are still pretty not so great. So let's see what we're going to get here in the wheel this side. If I do remember correctly, I think, yes, it was score 3 different types of ways. That could be through field goals, rushing touchdowns, passing touchdowns, interception touchdowns, just whatever, way you could score in this game. Of course, extra points will not count. So let's go ahead and see what we can do against this guy here. And of course, the first game with Adrian Peterson, his first run, just so much better than Chris Johnson. I mean, it just, like, that Chris Johnson's nice and all, like, it does have some decent speed. But other than that, I mean, it doesn't have good acceleration. It doesn't have good ball carrier vision. And I don't know. A lot of people say ball carrier vision doesn't matter if you're using controlling a player, but I feel like it does something because AP just seems so much better just using controlling around the field. But I make a really bad mistake right there. I didn't see that linebacker just sitting there in the zone, end up throwing an interception, but just what happens, I guess, in Madden Ultimate Team. He tries to go over here to the right side, and he's going to throw it in traffic, and he's not going to be able to come down with the ball there near the 40-yard line. 3rd down and 13, and Steve Williams, I was just talking about how I was kind of worried about him getting burned, but he makes a really good play right there. We get the interception. AP takes over right here, making some moves, breaking some tackles, looking like an absolute beast down to the 29-yard line, and we are definitely moving the ball now pretty well. Trying to go deep here to Benjamin Watson. He comes down with the ball, but he's going to drop it on the way down to the Panthers T right there, and Panthers in the goal line. So let's see what AP can do here on the run. Nothing really, losing about a yard. And then we find Michael Floyd. Of course, Michael Floyd just always making plays for me, getting us in the end zone for a touchdown and taking us out by a pro pack. So we move on over to 4th down and 11. My opponent was just throwing Hail Marys every single play. Didn't really want to show that. And he tries to run for the first down with Cam Newton. He's not going to get the first down, and that is going to be a rage quit. So moving on to the next game here, we are up by a pro pack and by a rage quit. So that will be 2 packs at the end of the video. Determine on what we get here. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at my next opponent of the day, and this is going to be someone using the Houston Texans, one of my most hated teams in the NFL. Not for any reason other than, they're in the division. They're the former Houston, not former Houston Oilers, but people usually compare them to the Houston Oilers. Like, Houston finally got another football team, and it's been a while since they've seen the Oilers, and I don't really like that because the Tennessee Titans were the Houston Oilers, and that's the first team I was a fan of, and it just kind of makes me upset that people will compare and think that the Houston Texans used to be the Houston Oilers. So it just kind of gets under my skin a little bit, and it just makes me think that I don't really like them too much. I mean, I know it's a stupid reason, but, everybody hates a team in their own division. You got the Cowboys hating the Giants, the Redskins hating the Cowboys, the Eagles hating the Cowboys. It's just stuff like that. But it's nothing serious. I think the Houston Texans are an up-and-coming team, and there's no real animosity or hate towards them. So don't, if you're a Texans fan, don't think I just hate them. But we're going to go ahead and see what he could do here. I did take a field goal, which does mean we're up by a pro pack in this game, and that is 1 score. So we need 2 more, either a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown, or, like I said, a defensive touchdown or a kickoff return. It could be anything, just any way to score. He goes up right there, 7-3. Takes away our pro pack. AP on the right side, another rush for only a couple yards. AP again up the middle, and he's going to fight his way for some extra yardage down to the 32-yard line, and it is now 1st down and 10. Let's see what we can do on this play. Of course, like I said, I have to get a passing, rushing, or some other touchdown. We're going to find Mike Wallace wide open, running down the side, and that is going to be a touchdown. Let's put us up by another pro pack, and we are 1 score away in the first quarter already to getting this challenge done. And being a medium challenge, I thought it was going to be a little bit harder. Maybe it wasn't going to be so easy to get all these scores, but we'll just take a look and see what happens. Maybe we're not going to get it. Like, maybe it's not as easy as you think. So let's see what happens here. 3rd down and 4, finds his running back. That's going to be Shane Vereen for the 1st down on the screen pass. 1st down and 10, Matt Schaub over to the right side. And I was thinking during this game, I was like, did Matt Schaub get a better card? Because why is this guy using Matt Schaub? Like, is it a bronze card? Is it a silver card? But I looked it up after the video, and I guess he actually got a seasoned veteran player on the Baltimore Ravens. So that's exactly why he was able to move the ball so well with this card. If it was a silver card or a bronze card, I'd feel really, really bad about myself, but he definitely does have a different card, and that is why, you know, he's pretty decent right now in this game. So 10-7. Let's see what he's going to do here. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left on the clock, and we almost get the interception there, but he is going to come down with the ball down to the 42. 3rd down and 5. Matt Schaub is looking. He's going to fire over to the right side. I was there, but he does come up with the catch and gets the first down. So 2:20 left. Let's see if he can get himself back into the end zone. He's looking. He's going to get hit. We're right there for the interception, but of course, Madden does not reward you for being in the perfect position and right there with the ball. I mean, how often do receivers drop the ball when they're wide open? I mean, I know it's a defender. I know it's not the same as being like a receiver, but I still feel like you should be able to catch that like almost all the time. If you're right there, how many NFL players are just going to drop a ball that's right in front of their face? And I know a lot of people will say like Ted Ginn Jr. or Jared Cook, but you know what I mean. He's going to go ahead and take the field goal, though, and take away our Pro Pack. Tied 10-10. We're still looking for that rushing touchdown. It's the last thing we need for the challenge. Let's see if we can get Adrian Peterson going all day, making some moves down to the 32-yard line, make that the 31. 1st down and 10. Play action fake to AP. We're going to go ahead and find Benjamin Watson open, and we're just going to scoot our way down the field, down to the 39-yard line. Big hit. Luckily, I didn't fumble right there, but we are still in possession of the ball. Adrian Peterson is going to go ahead and run down to the 35-yard line. Just a couple right there, but he definitely fights for extra yards. I love that about that card. Like I said, a lot better than Chris Johnson. At least this card will, you know, fight his way forward and not just get blasted and lose the ball like Chris Johnson has. And speaking of Chris Johnson, he is in the game here on 3rd down and 9. And, of course, he's going to get a big hit, but he does hang on to the ball, making me eat my words, saying, Ryan, I ain't going to fumble the ball. Just give me the ball. 3rd down and 10 now. We're going to try to scramble around and find something open, but there's just nothing there. Of course, I had triangle open there on that wheel route. If you go back and rewind, Chris Johnson was open right there, but I didn't really want to score on a pass. I was trying to get that rushing touchdown, so just trying to get some extra yardage to get the first down, and I probably could have hit him and then went out of bounds, but just my mistake. I mean, that's going to happen in games. You're not going to be able to see the entire field, and it's just like, you know, I'm not the greatest Madden player. I'm going to make mistakes just like every other Madden YouTuber. Like, we don't do these videos to, you know, be good at the game or anything like that. We're just trying to give you guys good, entertaining gameplays and good series and stuff like that. So, like I said, hopefully you guys do like the pack and play. I mean, I know a lot of people will sit there and say, like, you don't like how easy it is, and I'm upgrading my team and stuff like that. And, you know, don't worry. It's not going to be like that the entire time. I am going to figure out ways to, you know, rectify that and try to, you know, balance it a little bit more. Like, I like someone's comment. They said, if you don't complete a challenge, you should spin the wheel of all your best players, and then you actually have to get rid of that player if you don't complete the challenge. I actually do like that idea. I think I'm going to start doing that after this season is over, since I already do have videos recorded. But I definitely, like I said, I love that idea. I don't like the fact that, you know, this method that I'm doing of pack and play, while it is really fun and it's cool to see what cards I get, it definitely can make my team super, super overpowered really, really fast. So like I said, I'm definitely going to have a way to rectify that and make it a little bit, you know, less overpowered to get all these good cards. And I'll definitely lose some as time goes on. And if you guys ever want to see me like restart, maybe my team gets a little bit too good and you want to see me just start fresh and maybe do a different set of rules, I'll definitely try to do that. So we're 57 seconds away from getting this challenge done. Can we get it done here? We're going to go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, which is going to set up an Adrian Peterson toss to the left side. Can we get the touchdown? And he's going to rage quit. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to open up our challenge pack. And, you know, that's fine with me. We're going to open up some console packs here for winning both games, being up by a touchdown or being up by 1 score, and then both rage quits, which does equal 4 console packs. Let's see if anything can come out of these console packs. It hasn't happened in a long time. DeJuan Landry, Pat McAfee. Moving on to the next pack. Got to be something in here, guys. Like, it definitely has to be something decent somewhere in these packs. LeGarrette Blount, not getting any better. 79 overall, LeGarrette Blount. And then the last and final pack, we are going to open this one up. And it's going to contain something good. I'm not going to give away any spoilers. Going in a quick sell a couple things. And Dante Moncrief. So 90 overall, final edition Dante Moncrief. Unfortunately, it is a wide receiver. We already have a ton of good wide receivers, but that just adds on to the list of cards we can use. I mean, 6'2", 95 speed, 95 spectacular catch, 92 catching, 85 route running. I mean, I could definitely make room for Dante Moncrief on my team for sure. But that is going to be the episode of Pack and Play. If you did enjoy, please go ahead and give it a like, subscribe if you are new, and I'll talk to you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.